Ever find yourself like scrolling through LinkedIn, and you see these incredible tech careers, and you're just like, how? How'd they land that job?
Totally.
Well, today, get ready to dive deep because we're breaking down the resume of Deeb Andrawis.
Oh, cool.
He's an automation architect, and let me tell you, his career path, it's got some twists and turns you wouldn't expect. We're talking about the skills, the choices, maybe even a few lucky breaks that got him to where he is now.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Now, I know what you're thinking, an entire episode about a CV, a little dry maybe, but hold on, think of it like this. Imagine Deeb's career is a treasure map,
Hmm.
right? We're following the X's, seeing what it takes to make it in the tech world.
I like that. I'm picturing it.
And right off the bat, Deeb's journey, it's not your typical straight out of school into the office kind of story.
Never.
Yeah, he doesn't just jump into a computer science degree.
Okay.
He starts out, get this, as a computer technician.
Hands-on.
Absolutely, getting those practical skills while he's working towards his Bachelor of Science in Computer Science at Haifa University. But here's the kicker. Before he even graduates, he's already tutoring other students in computer science.
Wow. So not only is he absorbing all this knowledge, he's got the knack for explaining it, making it make sense to others. That's huge, especially in tech, where you're always collaborating, working in teams. That combo technical skills plus communication skills, that's gold.
It's like they say, right? The best way to learn something is to teach it. Clearly, Deeb had that instinct early on.
For sure.
Okay, so he graduates, and bam, his career takes off.
Mm-hmm.
He lands this role as a QA automation developer. And not just at any company, but at SimilarWeb.
SimilarWeb. Okay, for anyone who's not familiar, they're all about providing those insights into website traffic, digital performance, all that good stuff. We're talking data heavy, like serious data, which means you got to have systems in place, right? Automation is key to handle those massive data sets.
That's where it gets really interesting. Everyone throws around automation,
Yeah.
but what did it actually mean in this context? Like, what was
Yeah.
Deeb doing day to day?
Okay, so picture this.
Yeah.
You're a developer, yeah. And you're constantly making changes to a website, an app, whatever. Every tweak, every update, you got to test it. Make sure you didn't accidentally break something else in the process, right?
Right.
Now, that testing, it can get pretty repetitive, time-consuming. Automation swoops in, and it's basically like, hold my keyboard, I got this. It's like building a robot that can do all that repetitive testing for you, freeing up the human developers to do what they do best, the complex stuff.
Okay, so it's about speed, making things faster.
It is about speed, but hold on. It's not just about clicking buttons faster.
Right, there's got to be more to it.
Absolutely. It's about precision, making sure those tests are accurate, and it's about building systems that are super reliable. Because a buggy test, that just creates more problems, right?
And to do all that, you need to understand not just the software, but also all the languages, the tools used to create that automation magic.
Yeah.
And that's where Deeb's expertise really comes in. But here's the thing. He doesn't just stay at SimilarWeb. He moves on to Shield 34 and then Iron Source. Each company, a whole new set of challenges, a whole new approach to automation.
And that's a crucial point right there. The tech world, it doesn't sit still. So you can be a whiz with one automation framework, but if you can't adapt, learn new ones on the fly. You'll get left behind fast.
It's not enough to just know the tech. You got to be a quick study, roll with the changes. It's like mental agility.
Exactly. And that's where Deeb's career path takes yet another interesting turn. He lands at Big ID. But, plot twist, it's not just as an individual contributor this time. He steps up, becomes an automation team lead.
Hold up, wait. So now, not only does he have to be an automation expert, but he has to lead a whole team of experts. Talk about pressure. What does that even look like? Leading in a field as technical as this.
It's a different ballgame, that's for sure. You know, being able to lead in tech, it's not like, oh, I'm the best coder, so everyone listen to me. No way. It's more about, like, building a team, right? Knowing how to bring out the best in everyone, how to delegate. Because, let's face it, sometimes the best idea comes from the person you'd least expect.
It's like that saying, two heads are better than one, but like supercharged for the tech world.
Exactly. And looking at Deeb's CV, it's clear he gets it. This skills section, it's like a tech geek's dream list. Java, Selenium, Git, Jira. He's got the whole toolkit.
Okay, some of those I've heard of, vaguely,
Yeah.
but honestly, I wouldn't even know where to begin. It's a whole other language.
It is, kinda. Think of each one as like a specialized tool. So take Java. That's like the Swiss Army knife of programming
Yeah.
languages. You can build apps with it, create those automation frameworks. It's everywhere.
And Selenium, that one I think I actually have.
All right, Selenium, that's your go-to for automating web browsers. So say you're testing a website. Selenium's your new best friend. And Deeb, he's got mad skills with Selenium. Like, it's similar web. He used it to streamline those testing processes, and the result, boom. Testing time cut down by like 30% just from smarter automation.
That's what blows my mind. It's not just about the technology itself, right?
Yeah.
It's about knowing how to actually use it to solve problems, to make things better.
100%. But here's the catch, deck. It's always moving, always changing. New languages pop up, frameworks change. It's constant. So I'm curious, what do you think is more important, having that deep knowledge in one specific thing or being able to learn new things quickly?
That's a tough one. I mean, being a specialist like with Selenium, that obviously has its advantages. But then again, tech moves so fast. You don't want to be the master of something that's like totally outdated, right?
Exactly. That's where learning how to learn becomes key. And Deeb's experience, all those different programming languages, Java, Python, it shows he gets it. He can adapt. It's like, learning a new spoken language. The first one might be a struggle, but then the next one is a little easier, right?
You build that mental framework, that adaptability.
Exactly. But get this, Deeb's CV, it mentions something else, something that goes beyond just the technical stuff. Remember we were talking about leadership being about more than just code?
The whole soft skills thing.
Yeah. So Deeb's CV, it mentions this excellence in leadership program he was a part of. They focused on management, communication, even business stuff. Clearly, he understood that those skills, they matter even when you're knee-deep in code.
It really makes you think, we put all this emphasis on the hard skills, the coding, the tech stuff. But Deeb's journey is like a reminder that those other skills, the soft skills, that's what can really set you apart.
It's like they amplify everything else.
Yeah.
You can have all the technical skills in the world, but if you can't communicate your ideas, if you can't work with a team, understand the business side of things, it's like, what's the point?
And isn't it funny how that theme, communication, making those complex ideas make sense to others, it pops up throughout Deeb's whole career. From those early days of tutoring, it's like a thread connecting everything.
It shows that those skills, those people skills, they never go out of style, no matter how technical your job gets.
Like they say, technology changes, people are people. And speaking of change, Deeb's career, it's a masterclass in adapting, right? Always evolving.
Absolutely. He's not just learning new technologies, but he's using them to solve real problems. And that's got to be the goal, right? To be a lifelong learner, to embrace those challenges, to keep growing.
It's almost like his CV, it's more than just a list of his accomplishments. It's like inspiration, a roadmap for anyone who wants to make it in tech.
It's a reminder that you got to stay curious, be willing to learn, to adapt, and never stop exploring. Because the tech world, it's full of possibilities.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Deeb's career, here's something to think about. If this is what a computer science degree can lead to the leadership roles, the constant learning, solving those big, complex problems, what excites you the most about the future of tech? What kind of impact do you want to make?
And what are you going to do to make it happen? What skills are you going to learn? Because the future of tech, it's not set in stone. It's being written right now.
Yeah.
And you can be a part of it.